when Isaiah 63, namely verses 1 through 5, came to pass. What's the passage? Isaiah 63. Isaiah 63. Yeah, this is a picture of the return of Jesus in judgment. And he's the one that's being spoken of here. Why is your apparel red, your garments like one who treads the winepress? I have trodden the winepress alone, and from the peoples no one was with me. Um, then it goes down. I have stained all my robes, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed has come. So this is the Lord coming to. Doesn't Numbers 24 touch on this as well? I wouldn't think it would be in Numbers, but if that's the passage that there is something with Balaam. Yes. That he will batter the brow of Moab and something with Edom. Yeah.
Shalom, call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who have taught us knowledge. Honors and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there that's doing the work in true sincerity. Shalom to you, shalom to the Akwaf that believe as well. Now, one thing about this Edomite in this video clip, and again, fair use by the way, he was hesitant to mention Edom because one thing about this truth is that the Lord had exposed who is Esau, Edom, all right, which is known as the wicked. Okay. When you go in the Bible, the nation of Edom, the nation of the Edomites are they're the number one adversary of the Lord's people, the 12 tribes of Israel, which would be the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans today, and the Edomites would be the so-called white people, so-called white people, which it begins with their small hatters, their central banking families, the people that's in the land today. And one thing about them is they don't want to mention who was Esau, Edom. He mentions that's a prophecy for the Messiah. He says the word Christ, but his name is Yahushai. He's going to come back and he's going to take down the Edomites. Okay, this is why they always don't want you to know who is Esau, Edom. But we through the spirit and power of Yahweh shall bring it out. Now this is Isaiah 63 and 1. He missed over this part right here. He mentioned Numbers 24, which I'm going to get that too. But one thing he forgot to say was that it mentions Edom. Okay, God's vengeance on the nations. And the number one nation, all right, is Edom. When you go to the book of, real quick, let's hold that. All right, Psalms 83. Actually, let's start a little bit. Psalms 83 and 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. And it mentions the tabernacles of Edom first, because all the nations is mentioned in this 83rd chapter of Psalms, all the nations that came against us, right? But it always mentions Edom, all right, throughout all the scriptures, because the number one nation that came against us is the Edomites. The people that's in the land that have appointed the Lord's land into their possession are who? The Idumeans, okay, which is a Greek way of saying Edom. Now, let's go back to Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Right. Who is this? Now he mentioned what? This is prophecy of the Messiah coming back. Okay. And he's going to do what? He's going to make his way into Edom, because who's going to be ruling when he get back? Esau, Edom. It's not written that Jacob is me see here real quick. All right, 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 6, it reads, verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? Which, parting, what parting is. Now, the word asunder, let's see here, real quick, asunder, parting asunder. Okay, into a position apart. See, separate into separate parts. So, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Separating the times, right? When shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said to me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See? And they don't want you to know that. All right, the Edomites are in power. The Edomites are the central banking families. The Edomites walk around with small hats and these little pressing curls on the side. The Edomites is the ones that invaded America. It's raped and robbed and murdered this land you know as America from us today. They're the ones that brought pillage and murder to this land you know as America. They're the ones that was responsible for the transatlantic slave trade. All right, which is all prophetic curses that the children of Israel will go through. See, and we're in the age, which we're at the end of that age, or the latter end of the rule of the Edomites. Okay, so who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness and mighty to save. See, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Because that represents all the people that's going to be put to death when the Yahushua come. See, this is why in the book of Psalms, it says in the 60th chapter of Psalms, see, I get that real quick. Psalm 60 and verse 9. It says, who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? See? Verse 9 in the NLT. Who will bring me into the fortified city? Who will bring me victory over Edom? Because why? The Edomites, all right, will be ruling when Yahushua, all right, return. Okay? And this is why, it mentions Edom and Babylon in the book of Psalms 137, which is that mystery Babylon, which is spoken about in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, in the 5th verse. The third beast, which would be the Greeks, that was who? The first time that New Edomites came into power. The Greeks was known as what? The Idumeans. That's the Greek way of saying Edom, the Edomites. And when the Greeks they transitioned into the Romans, the fourth beast, it was still who? The nation of Esau, Edom. All right, the Romans. Okay, before it became the Holy Roman Empire, it was the Edomites that was ruling, man. That's why when that deadly wound was healed in Revelation the 13th chapter, that was a revival of the Roman Empire, a Roman system. Well, the Renaissance period was a rebirth of what? The Edomites coming into power. This is why America is fashioned after Rome. Its laws is written in Latin, or the main language of this land is Latin. English go back to Latin. It's basically a broken forms of Latin. This is the reason why when you go to court, you need a lawyer or attorney, because why? They go on by the original Latin. The infrastructure of America, why is it resembling, Rome? The same people that was ruling Rome, again, before it became the Holy Roman Empire, because the Holy Roman Empire, that was when the Israelites took it over, namely of the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, who were known as the Jews back then. Okay. But that Roman system have been re-implemented, all right, through America, which is ruled by the Edomites. Start with the small hats. They're the ones that's the chief tribe of the house of Esau, Edom. When it mentions Amalek, which in that video clip, right here in the book of Numbers 24, he was hesitant to mention Edom, right? This is what it says about Esau, Edom. Numbers 24 and 18. It says, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. See? It says, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Which is who? Yahushua. He's the one that's going to bring forth this judgment, where you're going to see Israelites destroy the Edomites after they served captivity or slavery. Same thing. Verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Right now, who's in the land? Amalek. Well, you know your history. You know how to look up where Amalek come from. This is Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Okay. So it goes on to say, you jump down here to Amalek. Let's see here. In verse 12, it says, and Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. All right. Remember how your bloodlines pass. Through your sons, man. This is why the man is important, not no fucking woman, man. When it comes down to lineage, man. That's why Esau got to pay for everything. Is just backwards, man. Oh, your mom, your mom is important. She's your mother. She's your first teacher. Yeah, she's important. She played an important part, but make no mistake about it. Who made that child? All right, we give you children, man. Numbers 1:18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. See? So your fathers, all right, is how you declare your pedigree or your bloodline or your ancestry. All right, you're the descendants, man. Okay? And I say that because, I get tired of that, man. Oh, she this, she that. A woman is, no, man. Make you think about Joseph and Mary. You wacky tacky Christians think Mary is the important of the two. No, Joseph is the important of the two because Joseph is of the direct lineage of the house of David. He's the seed of David, meaning what? Son. All right, man. Anyways, Genesis 36:12, and Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to him Eliphaz, Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. See? So Amalek is the grandson of Esau, Edom. Okay? See? Amalek. Yep. Amalek. It says, dwell in the valley. Son of Eliphaz by his concubine Timnah, grandson of Esau, and progenitor of a tribe of the people in southern, meaning what, the land of Seir, the southern, south of Canaan, which is south of the land of Israel, which was the land of who? The Edomites. The possession of Seir was the Edomites. See, and the Lord said he's gonna said he's gonna destroy you, you Edomites. Okay, start with Amalek. Okay, because Amalek was the first of the nations. Let me see here. Amalek, I said Amalek. Exodus 17 to verse 16. Remember when we came, when our ancestors, our forefathers came out of Egypt, the first nation to come up with war against our forefathers was the Edomites, starting with Amalek. Here's your proof. Exodus 17 to verse 16. For he said, well, let's see, for he said, because the Lord had sworn that the Lord would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Who are the ones that's claiming to be, the southern kingdom of Israel? Amalek, the small hats, the one with the small hats and the pressing curls on the side. See? Which the people in the land of Israel, they're red all over like a hairy garment, as described who? Esau, Edom. And you wonder why they don't let you get access to that 1925 encyclopedia, which says modern day Jewry is Esau, Edom? This is why it says in Ezekiel the 36th chapter that who have appointed the land of Israel to their possession. It mentions Idumea. That's why the Lord says he's going to cleanse that land by fire. Okay? Because Idumea, okay, is the nation whom the Lord had indignation forever. Let's get that Malachi 1. Malachi 1. And I'm going to start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. So the Lord hates Esau, you Edomites, man. The Lord don't hate. Well, you don't know the Bible, man. The Lord loves and he hates, man. He loved the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. He hates the Edomites, the wicked. That's why Paul reiterated. Okay. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. And Paul goes on to say that the Lord have compassion on whom he will have compassion on. Who are you to tell the potter what to do with the clay? I mean, you people are really, man, peons, man. You peons, man. Idiots, man. All right, most people in especially in America, man, are peons and idiots, man. Always just think what they're thinking, act off their emotions, don't do their own research. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And that's what the Lord preparing America for. Whereas Edom, as a matter of fact, let me read this on the NLT side, right? Verse 4. Esau's descendants in Edom may say, we have been shattered, but we will return. It says, but we will rebuild the ruins But the Lord of heaven's armies replies, they may try to build, but I will demolish them again. Their country will be known as the land of wickedness, and their people will be called the people with whom the Lord is forever angry. Yeah, because the word indignation on the KJV side means righteous anger or justifiable anger, man. And we don't have to look far to see what the actions and the track record of the Edomites are. This is why they don't want you to know who the Edomites are, man. They want you to think that, the people of Japheth is the Edomites. No, hell no. Most of the people on the earth have what you know as hue or brown pigment. And if you don't have hue or brown pigment, you look red because there ain't no other color. You know, this old black, brown, blue, red, yellow. You fucking idiots, man. Either you brown or you red. Simply, man. You take my hue from my skin, the blood will show forth through my skin. My skin would be translucent. Oxygen hits the blood, it turns from blue to red. So it would show forth through my skin. I would look what? Red. Different tones of red. Happy, sad, or mad, you would see me blush through my cheeks if I didn't have any hue or pigment. See? And this is the same way it describes the Edomites. And this is why they don't want you to know who the Edomites are, man. Here it is, the Lord had prepared all these great judgments for the house of Esau, Edom, and all of a sudden, these Edomites are, just nowhere to be found. Come on, man. Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Because when you look at the main thing about Esau was the fact that he was able to hide who he was and hide his identity. That covering cast that the prophet Isaiah spoke about. Everyone's not going by their biblical names no more. Moab is the Chinese all of a sudden. The sons of Ham are the so-called Africans today. That's the covering cast. The Elam, all right, Elamites, all right, Elam, they're East Indians now. The Ishmaelites, they're Arabs. Nonsense, man. And then you look at all the different nations, according to Esau, got the people of Thailand, the people of Cambodia and Armenia, and all these different. No, that's confusion, man. The Lord created 18 nations, man. Now you may have different tribes within the nations, but there are only 18 nations, man. All right, but today you would think there's hundreds upon hundreds of countries. All right, which you would think that's talking about nations. No, the nations are only 18 of them, man. And that's why when that covering cast was pulled down, the main people who was identified was who? Who are the children of Israel, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, and then who are the Edomites. And of course, all the other nations are identified too, but the main two nations that the world know today, which have been brought to the light, was who the Israelites are and who the Edomites are. And if that's a problem, then so be it. But hey, that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, intended to happen. Okay. And this is why this truth is so much of a threat, man. Isaiah 60:2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. All right. It says, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And his glory is being seen upon us because We are the true light, which is on the right hand side. And the light that's come from the left hand side is being put out. And this is what Esau didn't want to happen. But it happened. All right. This is how we know, that the Lord is going to come back and destroy, all right, you Edomites, because you Edomites have the heaviest judgments of all the neighboring nations of the Israelites. Okay. Anyways, with that, I'm going to close. I don't want to make this video too long, but Lord willing, this will be edifying. And I want to say fair use. By the way, my videos are not for monetization. All right. I don't get any profits off of that. Do it all, without any profits. Okay. So with that, shalom to the next video.